And we're back on this Friday morning. Let's quickly go through that forecast. Rain is out of here. Roads are still a little wet, though. Maybe a little follow-up showers, but all the rain should be gone by 10 o'clock. The latest high temperatures today, 76, low of 44. Tomorrow, no rain to worry about. What an absolute beautiful Fiddler's Weekend it is going to be. So get out and enjoy cooler temperatures, too, the rest of the week. And I do believe we have a few announcements. Don't let me forget to do those later, Brad.
Well, we'll do some sports with Zach since he's with us the entire program today.
Yeah.
Mike got some stuff in the mail from you. The champion our schools need now. Come in the mail. I'm sure everybody in this part of the country got that. Mike Curtis, Senate 1 here running. Reading in Decatur Daily this week, you got a thing on implementation of Taylor's Law that back when you were down there in the House, you got this, and I didn't realize that the guy it's named after was an old friend of ours. We went to the funeral that day, David Taylor, who was kind of blindsided by a teenager and a stop sign. Tell us, why isn't this, and what's the purpose of this, and why isn't it being used?
Well, Dr. Lisa Rayburn is the one that developed the bill back in '09, and she asked me to carry it in the House. Bobby Denton carried it in the Senate. It passed both House and Senate unanimously, and then Governor Riley signed it into law. So that was 2009, about 2 years ago, even before I decided to run. Lisa had called me and said nothing's being done on it. It's a law, so that's really where this got going.
What is the law, Mike?
The law is basically it's a disciplinary law for teenagers in school starting at age 13. And I'll just give you a quick example. It's a point system. If a child has a in-school suspension, it's 1 point. Now 1 point counts a week. So that child, when they get ready for their permit or their license, it's automatically inputted in DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. They'll have to wait a week to get their license because of that disciplinary action. And everybody knows, everybody wants their driver's license. But it also gives them some motivation. If they show good behavior, that comes off. And it can't, it doesn't go longer than a year. And there's some stipulations in there. If they have to work for their family at a job, that can be worked out. But it's left up to the school systems how to use it.
So just another way to be a disciplinary.
Yeah.
What is one of the things you guys are pushing right now as you go out all across this Lauderdale County, Limestone County, and Madison County? What are the thing you are out preaching to people?
Well, as far as campaigning, it's we want to cut out the supermajority. Number one, to do that, they have their. And I understand a lot of it, but there's no, I guess I call it democracy down there. It's more of a dictatorship where they're just running things through without anybody able to filibuster or debate a bill. And it could be the other way around with the Democrats. I mean, that's just, it's not right. Of course, we're preaching that. We're preaching jobs. I worked with David Bronner over to bring the Marriott in, and when he came in,
major deal for the show.
Major deal. 3,500 jobs came in. He saved Wise, and I would say he's our #1 industrial developer in Alabama. And so I know, working with him, what he can do for an area, and he can help us all across North Alabama. And so we got to keep pushing jobs. Of course, education, the Accountability Act. Right now, and I have nothing against private schools or nothing against homeschooling. If that's what you choose to do, that's why we live in this great country. But I have a problem with our public school tax dollars going to that. And right now, Lauderdale, Limestone, and Madison has lost, the school systems in 1 year over here, public school systems lost $3.6 million. That would hire 997 teachers. The main thing that hits people, that'll buy 8,000 football helmets. So, we just, we got to get.
Now, your wife's a teacher, your daughter's a teacher.
And my mother taught.
Your mother taught.
you know, I've seen it firsthand, but my question is, when did teachers become the enemy? I know we've had a lot of higher education people down there. It may have been not good for the state, but you know, our teachers,
That's in every
I
job.
guarantee the average teacher in Alabama right now, out of their own pocket, spend $500 to $1,000
Man.
a year.
And you said for necessities like toilet paper,
Oh, yeah,
tissues.
yeah,
just-
yeah, just things like that.
That should be on here.
And you know, our kids, we can't, you know, the governor, Bentley's saying that he's going to bring a special session and combine the Education Trust Fund with the general fund budget. We just cannot balance a budget off their children's back.
Now,
So,
change subject a bit anyway, get ready to get out of this interview on this Friday morning. What are some of the questions you get, as many places as you've been? What is a continuing line of thinking that voters have?
well, I think I hear more about education, you know.
And that's your specialty, apparently.
Well, I guess you'd say it is, but I've got a interest in it, and everybody should. Everybody, I don't care.
So it
Like I
ties right
say,
in with your last answer
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, everybody should have an answer to that. And the other thing's jobs, you know. But jobs develop with education. David Bronner, I never will forget. It was 6 of us. We worked 2 years on that project over there. We go down to his office. He said the number one thing these industries and companies look at when they come into Alabama is what kind of educational system you got. What kind of K through 12, what kind of 4-year, 2-year universities
Same thing
do you
Ronnie
have?
Marks, the mayor, he just
Yeah.
talked about up here,
Yeah.
and the
Dr.
superintendent.
Sis.
Mike Curtis, State Senate District 1, I guess we'll see you again next Friday. I'm
Yes,
sure you'll
sir.
at the Fiddlers Convention this weekend.
Yes,
You're all
sir. Big
everywhere. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
All right, we'll take a break. Be right back in just a second. Y'all, hang on.